Good morning, class 7. I am Anil Bhagat, your science teacher from Modern International School, Hiswa. Welcome back to our e-learning program. Today, in this video lecture, we will discuss about sexual reproduction in plants from chapter 12, that is reproduction in plants. So, class, we had already discussed about sexual reproduction in plants, and this is take it as a revision of sexual reproduction in plants. So class, we had discussed that flower is the main reproductive part of the plant, and there are mainly four parts or walls present in flower, that is sepals, petals, stamens and pistil. Stamens are the male reproductive part, that is there is a filament and anther or pollen sac in which pollen grains are present. And in the female reproductive part, pistil, there is a ovary, there is a style, and the top there is a stigma. Inside the ovary, ovules are there, and in the ovule, eggs are present. So if all these four parts present in a flower, that flower is called complete flower. Or if any part of this not present in a flower, it is called incomplete flower. So if in a flower there is a presence of both male and female part, it is called a bisexual flower. It is called a bisexual flower. And if in a flower there is only one part is absent, it is called unisexual flower. It is called unisexual flower. Like watermelon, cucumber, bottle gourd, pumpkin, bitter gourd, these all are unisexual flowers. And gulmohar, rose, lily, china rose, these are complete or bisexual flower. So these are a little information about the flower. Now we will find flowers in different shape and size, different colors are there, different structural differences are there, but if you observe properly, you will find the ovary and style and stigma, and you will find a stamen, that is filament, and anther or pollen sac is there. And in the pollen sac, pollen grains are there. You will find that in every flower. But at your standard, better go for a china rose flower. The flower is a little big, and you are able to study it very well. So now let's enter into the process of reproduction in the flower. In the sexual reproduction of plant, there is a two parent is needed, that is male and female. But in the asexual reproduction, there was only one parent was needed. Leave it apart, come to the sexual reproduction. So when the flower is mature, when the flower become mature, the pollen grains from the pollen comes out, and these pollens are very small and they have a protective cover. And these pollen grains are very light, so by the help of wind, by the help of water, by the help of humans, by the help of birds, by the help of insects, they can move from pollen sac to the stigma of the female part. So the transfer of pollen sacs from the anther to the stigma of a flower is called the pollination. The process is called the pollination. And if the transfer of pollen sac from a flower to the same flower stigma or to the flower of the same plant is called the self-pollination. But if the pollen grains of a flower transfer to the stigma of the same kind of plant but same kind of flower but different plant, means one rose plant in front of your house, one rose plant in back of your house, so from that front plant, if the pollen sac by the help of an insect reach the stigma of the flower of the backside plant of the same type of rose plant. This is called cross pollination. So pollination, self pollination, and cross pollination. So when pollen sac reach on the stigma of the flower, after some time there is a formation of tube. There is a formation of tube, and that is called pollen tube. And this tube reach to the ovary of the flower, and from this tube the pollen will reach to the ovary. And here this pollen sac, this pollen and the egg present in the ovary, they mate with each other, or they fused with each other. So here this pollen is a male gamete, and this egg is the female gamete. So male gamete and female gamete, they fuse with each other, and the new cell is formed, is called the zygote. And the new cell is formed, is called the zygote. And this, from this zygote, new plant will grow. From this zygote, divide and grow, and it becomes a new from this a new plant will grow. And the ovary developed and forms the fruit, and the ovules develop and form the egg. So whole ovary becomes the fruit, and the ovules inside the ovary becomes the seed, and from this seed new plants will grow. From in the seed there is a baby plant present, and storage of food there for that baby plant, and this is called embryo. This baby plant is called embryo. So it will grow into a new plant. So here we had discussed about sexual reproduction, pollination, cross pollination, self pollination, and fertilization. And then formation of zygote, and then from zygote seeds are formed, and then from seeds new plant will grow. So this is the whole process of sexual reproduction in plants. I hope you are able to understand this lecture. If any problem, ask me class. I will help you. Have a great day. Be safe at home. Thank you.